Hello, everybody. It's meteorologist Hutch Johnson. A couple of new severe thunderstorm warnings, very large ones to let you know about, including, well, the Northern Valley, the Highway 2 corridor up into Pennington and Red Lake counties, as well as parts of Polk County. As you sneak down into Lakes Country, Detroit Lakes points north into Norman and Monoman County, seeing severe thunderstorm warnings as we go through. Let's get you to the latest. Let's start with that Crookston area right now as we sneak in just outside of Crookston. Now, I do want to point out you're not looking at the regular radar display. I still have the velocity, or what's called the storm relative velocity, taking into account the storm's motion. There are a couple of these storms that still are showing some signs of rotation out here, so I want to point that out. Even though you are north of the watch area, I'm watching it very closely for you. Here's what we got. Moving of the storm is northwest, and it's moving at 39 miles per hour, 40 miles per hour, 3/4 inch diameter hail, 60 mile per hour gusts will be possible from the storm. And again, the areas of concern here will be red is motion away from the radar and green is motion towards. So we're looking at a couple of different areas where there is some shear or spin in the particular storm that we're looking at here. Now, I'm going to take another look down to the south as we sneak into the Detroit Lakes area. These storms just finished moving through the Otter Tail County area. And let me just double check that this is the Mayville radar. It's a little bit far away, but we're not seeing much in the way of spin or shear until we look up here, not far from Hitterdal, motion toward the radar and away. There is a pretty good couplet showing up right there between Hitterdale, Callaway, up in parts of, that's right on the Clay County line there with the Becker County at this time. So there is a little bit of spin potential with that particular part of the storm right there. These storms are moving north. So let's get you the speed. Also probably close to 40. This says 49 miles per hour. This is a long line. It's not one thunderstorm, but it's a long line of individual thunderstorms. Thank you for your reports. Let's go to the regular data here and show you what we have going on. There was a storm that wasn't too far from, say, New York Mills that was showing some signs of rotation. That's now moving well to the north, Wadena County, another round of storms making its way towards your area or through your area at this particular time. Boy, that's a very interesting structure there. Maybe some outflow from a storm. But let's go ahead and take a look at the storms as we work our way through these warnings. First of all, the Becker County, Monoman County, also into Norman County and parts of Clay County, that is in effect until 4:30. For Grand Forks area storms and into Pennington County, that warning is in effect until 4:45 as well. Now, the normal radar data that you're used to looking. Where's it raining the heaviest and what's it look like? Here we go. As we take a look at the storms that are pushing your way through, there is a little bit of hail showing up with this cell here, not far from Hitterdal that we were showing you, between Hitterdal and the Callaway area, that does have some hail potential that could be pretty sizable. Southwest of DL just met some really gusty winds when the line hit us. Okay, good to know, and thank you very much. And that storm is working its way right along the Highway 34 corridor as well, heading out towards Park Rapids. The storm is not moving towards Park Rapids, but 34 towards Park Rapids. The storm is making its way northward at 50 miles per hour. This is a storm that was showing a little bit of rotation out here just north of the Hitterdal area. As we go in towards points off to the east for Felton, we have another hail core up here north of Glendon. So keep that in mind on that Highway 9 corridor there, moving north of the FM area. There's a pretty stout little thunderstorm there. And Fargo, it looks like we are all but done for now. However, the backside of the storm is going to introduce some west winds and a returning of rain. It's not going to rain all day tomorrow, but there will be some rain that'll be pretty significant for some areas as we go through. Looks like a wind gust report here of 60 miles per hour in Underwood, 1 mile northwest of Underwood in Otter Tail County here, not far from the Fergus Falls area, with the storms that made their way through. Again, some thunderstorm winds. And we do have an active tornado warning that does continue out here. Most of those are in effect all the way out towards Wisconsin now. Eau Claire, as we talked about, a chance for some pretty sizable storms there. Got super dark, says Bonnie, in the Lake Park area. Thank you for tagging your friends, Stephanie. I do appreciate it. Let's take a look at these storms and the risk for severe. Now, up north, interesting speed of movement of these storms here. Let's go ahead and loop it, and then you can kind of watch and see. The little arrow with the storms has them moving to the north and west. And around the low pressure system, we have that counterclockwise circulation. And what's going on? We got this wind from the southeast pushing to the northwest. So these storms are tracking backwards. So Red Lake Falls storm here, this storm moving right into Warren now and Alvarado as we go through the upcoming periods of time. Things are going to quiet down briefly and for you folks in parts of southern Grand Forks County and Grand Forks. Thank you for the stars, Brittany. I sure do appreciate it very much. Now, as you take a look at the storm here, this cell that was moving through the Red Lakes area just south of Red Lake Falls and the Red Lake River area is making its way just off to the east of town, and that is triggering a warning. So we got a couple of different cells. This one looks to be a hail producer up to the north side that'll be heading into Warren. This one's spreading out a little bit. Plummer seeing thunderstorms as well as Thief River Falls. No thunderstorm warning for the Thief River Falls storm. Let me get up and under the tag of the city name here, and you can see that there is a hail core with that particular cell. I'm going to pause the loop, and we're going to turn on the severe thunderstorm watches. We're going to look also then at what's going on with regards to the cells. We're looking for hail cores. We're looking for rotating thunderstorms and showing you what the radar is determining. Here is a hail cluster that's working its way toward the Drayton area. Actually, I think it'll be pushing in the areas north of Grafton here in the general direction of Drayton. So that particular storm cell right there has a hail probability of about 90%, but the risk of severe hail of 1 inch in diameter is very low. The average size of hail will likely be somewhere around or maybe even a little bit less than 1/2 inch. That's east of Grafton, moving in a northwesterly direction to near the Drayton area. These storms out here in the Red Lake area were showing some hail cores with them, basically under 1/2 inch in diameter here for the Red Lake area. As we look at this other cell right here, that one's moving into the Warren area briefly moments ago. 1/2 inch diameter hail is the possibility with that cell. Okay, just outside of Thief River, heading in towards Viking, if you can see it, 3/4 inch diameter hail. So that storm may have the largest hail potential with it right now. Are any of these storms rotating? Hutch will take a quick look at this for you and look and analyze that for you, because the environment has some spin in it, but it's not as strong as the spin down to the south. How about the War Road area, Heidi? Let me get to that momentarily. What about Crookston? Tamika, thank you for your question. We'll get to you. As you can see, Crookston's right here. Most of the storms have lifted past you. These are all moving away from you right now. There's a little more activity down to the south, and we're all not done with rain as we take a look. Now, this is a look from the Mayville radar. So again, this motion in green is towards the Mayville radar. Red is away. So this is a clockwise turning of the storms there. What we're looking for is the opposite. That would be right here heading into Warren. There might be some evidence of some flow that's counterclockwise there and could be indicative of maybe some shear in that particular storm. I'll just say it again. There's some weak spin in the environment. The cloud tops are not necessarily high. When we compare these storms that are moving up north, though, I mentioned earlier temperatures in the Hallock area and in Grand Forks reached 80 to 84 degrees up there today. And so when these storms hit up there, there's a little bit more energy in that surface air being heated so warm. So as we take a look at some of these cloud tops associated with these storms when it populates here, let's see if we get any cloud tops. I'll just do a little weather person dance while we're waiting for it. Okay, so I'm not seeing anything in the way of cloud top data here. Maybe it's lost. Here's a wind gust, 60-mile-per-hour wind gust from a station, a weather station at Endon, located 2 miles west of Eldred. So good to know there's some 60-mile-per-hour winds. And here we go. Thief River, we just talked about the storm cluster near you bringing hail that could be potentially larger. And indeed, that whole area now under a severe thunderstorm warning. Apparently, my cloud top data has gone out to lunch, and it will return in about 45 minutes. Just guessing. Okay, now let's take a look here at the radar data. So we do have these storms. It'll load up here in a second. There it goes. Storms that are on this line here, pushing through the Thief River Falls area and points north. That'll be moving up north towards Newfolden at this time. So Thief River, you are in a severe thunderstorm warning. Hail is going to be the main threat. Some areas will see gusts upwards of about 60 miles per hour. These storms are moving. See this little arrowhead pointing? They're moving to the northwest towards Newfolden and Carlstad. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There might be 6 thunderstorms along this line here. So not everybody's getting rain or severe weather, but wherever those storms roam, we'll be watching them as well. Red Lake Falls, you got a gully washer over you with the pink showing a hail core for you. Maybe out near Plummer, also a little bit of a hail core. And some north of Crookston and northwestern parts of Polk County as you go up towards the Viking area. So that's what's going on there. Oslo, good old-fashioned heavy rain, maybe a little pocket of some small hail up there east of Grafton. Up in Fargo, we do have some northern Clay County storms. Holly, up towards Felton. Those storms will be moving in your general direction, and the severe thunderstorm warning continues for Detroit Lakes, Callaway, and Lake Park, where we do see a little bit of a hail core there moving right through the north side of town, north of Highway 10. Now, it's all moving off to the north at about 40 miles per hour as well. So that's what's going on in our area. A couple of new warnings to let you know about. A lot of wind on this system. If you can think about it this way, let me get my pencil out here and let's do some telestrating. I'm going to draw me a low pressure system. We're going to put that low pressure system right here. Now, low pressure has circulation around it that's counterclockwise. So many of these areas across the south have winds coming in there from the southwest. Okay. There's a little bit of a warm front right here, folks. It's making its way through. That is where our tornado chances are going to be the greatest along that front and ahead of the front. It's where the spin in the atmosphere will be the greatest. Winds on the other side of that warm front are doing this, and they're coming out of the southeast, moving northwest. So that's what we got going on there. Now, as we get on the backside of the storm system, these winds are coming from the northeast, and over here, they're coming out of the west. So that's the circulation around our low pressure center. This circulation. Once your winds, I talked about this the last couple of days, become northerly, or in this case, westerly, we're going to cut off that severe weather risk with gusty winds, drier winds. But look at the rain continuing. Brandon, Estevan, the oil patch in northeast parts of Montana, Sydney and points north. Picking up in Eula and Brittany, thank you so very much. What about Foston? Foston, let's take a look at you. I'll point at you on the map here as we go into Polk County on the east side. You're going to see there are a few showers not too far from you as you go out in your general vicinity. I'm looking at the radar. I'll have to zoom in just a little bit. So as we zoom in, I'll erase my telestration and turn my pencil off here. There we go. So Foston, we do have some showers and storms that are moving north of you. That's the severe stuff pushing out of Red Lake County and on towards Pennington County. Pennington County, you're getting round one. There could be a follow-up round delivering some much-needed rain for your area. Bemidji, Park Rapids, individual isolated thunderstorm cells moving in your general direction as well. And this line here is going to be heading up towards Foston, and it's moving at about 50 miles per hour. So it's moving quickly towards Mahnomen and then possibly towards the Foston area. So at 50 miles per hour, we got one, you know what, maybe an hour and a half or so. We might see some more 5:15 showers up in your area. We need the rain up north in Langdon. So if you look at the Langdon area with this particular storm, things are looking a little bit barren there right now, but this whole system is going to this low pressure system is slowly going to stall here and then move out to the east. If it were lifting north, you'd have a great chance at seeing all of this rain move your way. But here's the thing, as it moves out, all of this stuff up north will start moving down as well. Here's a look at the rainfall forecast. Let's get to the very latest in the next 24 hours. Now, this will be in addition to what we have going on right now. So rainfall is going to be substantial under these slow-moving thunderstorms associated with this puppy right here. Low pressure system now located in parts of central North Dakota. Let me go back 2 hours. Let me go here. Boom, Shaka, and Laka. Okay, low pressure system smack dab in the middle of North Dakota or eastern North Dakota. Retrogrades and moves to the west. That's against the jet stream flow. Now, not unusual at all. It happens from time to time. This one's going to sit there before it starts steering itself back to the other direction. It's going to clear us out for a bit as we go through the late evening hours. Rain will be done in Fargo for that time. As you look in northern Minnesota, this will be your best chance to pick up some rain in the fire-stricken areas of the northern range. So tonight after dinner, northern range thunderstorms will rock their way through. The risk of severe way up north is a lot lower. Okay, now, as we go through, we still have a little bit of a west or southerly component to the wind. But remember, it's this cold, dry air wrapping around the bottom side of the storm, undercutting the hotter air. It's all but over. All of this is going to be wraparound rain. Look at, they're getting a lot more rain out in the western part of the Dakotas, and that heads through. Oh no, now the models are bringing back some snow chances, but out west as we go through Friday. Unbelievable. The low pressure parks in central Minnesota, but the moisture starts to dry up with this system a little bit as it winds through. Periods of showers all day Friday. And then Friday night, it starts exiting with cold north winds buckling in. And now the model says, well, maybe that snow wasn't a bad thing after all. We might get some. Best chance of snowflakes I'll maintain will be along the international border, and that's the way I see it. Megan, thanks for watching. Susan, thanks for watching. We need rain up north in Langdon. So if you watch this and take a look, in the Langdon area, you're going to get a band pass through here, another band pass through there. Then it's as the low moves out, then the whole rain umbrella moves your way as it slowly evaporates. Not the heaviest of rain moving your way, not big-time thunderstorms, but let's see what this model says. Here is a look at the amount of rainfall. Let me go with the storm total one here. Pardon me. Okay, there we go. So as we go through the next 48 hours, you can see that the big winners, once again, are going to be in central North Dakota. This is on top of the 3 to 5 inches they've already gotten out here in Grant County and parts of south central North Dakota. We're going to see another inch or two in many of these places. But look at this. The Langdon area does stand a chance for over an inch of total rainfall accumulation as we go through. These are all individual thunderstorms that have been moving through tonight, and then a little bit of wraparound shower activity on the backside of the storm system as it exits. So another 1/4 of an inch to another 1/2 of an inch, and that's the way it looks. Hi, Hutch. Purim here. We got tiny hail out of this. And it poured. Keep updating us. Lulu, thank you very much. Let's keep updating you with you, because I got some stuff from you. That's photo uploaders to hutchesweather.com. Here's a couple of photos of these storms rolling through. And you know what? I do have someone who is asking about a funnel cloud. I saw the video. I could not see it. I sped it up and played it back 7 times fast, and I didn't see the rotation that I'd like to see. So I would say no. It was probably just a low-hanging finger. I like to call them a scary-looking cloud. Those scary-looking clouds can be scary-looking. All right, now let's take a look at some more fun-looking clouds. Deerwood, Minnesota. This is thanks to Jake. Jake, thank you for sharing your photo. Dark skies aplenty, billowing cumulus clouds as they tower up. One point, when we're hot and we're humid, we get low cloud bases, and that's what we see here. Those clouds look like they're scraping the tops of those trees out there. Jake, thank you for your photo. Thank you very much. Now, here's another look from, let's see, Sean, thank you very much. Sean Dunblazers Painting, a sponsor of Hutch's Weather, out in Wadena. Look at the lumpy, bumpy mammatus clouds taking place. What causes those? Usually sometimes after, sometimes well before a storm goes, but as that tower reaches higher up in the atmosphere, it starts getting spread out by the jet stream. And as that rising air starts getting spread out, it cools and it starts sinking, and there's updrafts underneath it. So you get this roiling, boiling look to the underneath side of the clouds, and it's very impressive out there. Look at the low clouds on the bottom side. Sean, a beautiful photo indeed. Now some rainfall. This is a look from a viewer out here. This is in Glencoe. Beth Ann, thank you very much. Now the southern metro seeing some beautiful rainfall out there. Looks like somewhere over 1.5 inches of rain for you, Beth Ann. Oh, it says half inch. Oh, there it is. I was thinking this was it right here, but there it is, a 1/2 inch of rain. We'll take it. You know what? And there will be a chance for a little bit more follow-up shower activity from you. Look at Oslo. Is that not a mean, scary-looking cloud, a little finger that's coming out? What you want to do, and it takes a trained eye, is to really watch this cloud. Is it rotating or spinning? So that's the hard part. And sometimes when you get a spin, you want to watch down to the ground to see if that rotating column of air is making contact with the ground, because sometimes we're just looking at the cloud and we're not looking at what's going on at the ground, and that rotation is hitting. Kayla, thank you so very, very much for sharing your ominous looking skies, clouds. Wadena. Hey, we had some tornado warnings in northern Wadena County. This is Sean also, the front end of the storm as it was making its way in. Look at this. More lumpy, bumpy clouds on that one. And if you look back into the dark abyss there, some low clouds as well. Thanks again, Sean, for your photos. Grand Forks, North Dakota, seeing some. And I got a video for you to close this out. Allison Wright taking this photo out here. As you look up into town here and you see the dark skies overhead, look at the cloud base heights here. A little different. The bases of the thunderstorms a little bit higher in the northern valley as opposed to the southern valley. It makes all the difference as to the chance of a spin up or a funnel cloud making contact with the ground. If we have high base thunderstorms, it takes a lot more spin to get that puppy to needle its way down to the ground, just as a point. Now let's take a look at this video here from Grand Forks. Again, thank you all so very, very much. This video was uploaded, a storm rolling in to town. It's a time lapse, lots of cloud to ground lightning. Now, this whole storm, there you got what looks almost like a shelf cloud rolling in. And then there's another banding cloud over there too. Wow. So this storm system had a couple of different areas of inflow from it. And sometimes these clouds show up on the radar because there's little water droplets inside the cloud, and they show us what's called an outflow boundary. So these kind of clouds here, they're kind of a roll cloud. They're detached from the parent thunderstorm. If it's attached to the parent thunderstorm, it's a shelf. If it's detached, you got yourself a roll cloud. This one looks detached. It's not attached to this big cloud here. It's kind of its own separate entity, rolling along with the outflow from the rain shaft behind it. Beautiful, beautiful time lapse. Thank you so very much. So that's a look at what you've sent me. Now let's close out this update real quickly with a look at all the warnings. They're all over the place. Nothing out into parts of North Dakota is severe, but a lot of good, beneficial, and heavy rain. We do have some gusty wind reports from stations out there that a couple of these storms that were working their way north towards Grand Forks put down some 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts. Nonstop rumble of thunder, Bernadine Hess says. Just stopped a bit ago here near Holly. So that's indeed what's going on. It's just now lifting north of Holly. There is a warning for that area as these storms lift up toward northern Becker. So if you're in White Earth, if you're in these areas, you have a pretty potent line of storms moving in your general direction. Ulen, you could actually have a little bit of a hail core moving in your general direction. This whole line of thunderstorms has embedded areas of weak spin in it. The risk of a tornado is not great, but we'll watch it for you. And the risk tonight, gusty winds to around 60 miles per hour and hail up to, in isolated places like this area here, hail up to 1 inch in diameter. The wind threat has been observed from these storms, 60-mile-per-hour gusts from a couple of them, but it doesn't take much if you think about this. This line of storms is moving north at 50 miles per hour. If rain burps out of there and wind burps out of the storm, it just needs to get an extra 10 miles per hour to cause a 50-mile-per-hour gust because it's already moving at 50, right? So think of it as, okay, let's say Hutch can throw 10 miles an hour. So I throw a pencil at you, or a pretzel, because I don't throw pencils. I'll throw a pretzel at you, 10 miles per hour. It hits you and bounces off. Now, if I'm in a car moving at 60 and I throw a pretzel at you and I just whack you with that, that's going to sting a little bit. 60-mile-per-hour pretzel. I can't imagine. I wonder if it comes with dip. At any rate, I digress. This line of showers is moving to the north at 50 miles per hour, putting down some wind gusts with it. 60-mile-per-hour gusts going to be the main risk from those storms. Isolated hail up to 1 inch in diameter. Tornado threat seems to be exiting Minnesota. Eau Claire, Minnesota, you do have yourself, Eau Claire, Wisconsin, and heading towards Chippewa Falls. Ooh, a lot going on in Chippewa Falls. Let's take a look at that. That storm there has a tornado warning. The warning is until 4:30 for 2-inch diameter hail. Ouch. That's headache hail and a radar indicated tornado on the south side of that storm. That storm, again, in a warning in effect until 4:30 this evening or late afternoon. So more tornado warnings down here near Baraboo and Wisconsin Dells out here. On the I-90 corridor, these two separate storms. This one has a tornado warning, as does this one. Let's see if either of them have confirmed tornadoes. It is a hail threat, radar indicated, hail of 1 inch in diameter, wind threat 60 miles per hour, and the, that's the thunderstorm warning. Somehow it got clicked on that instead of the tornado warning. Here's a tornado warning, radar indicated, 1 inch diameter hail. So in the area of Baraboo, as well as Wisconsin Dells, making its way to the north and east at 33 miles per hour. The other tornado warning over here near Sauk City, 1.25 inch diameter hail and a radar indicated tornado that's moving its way towards Portage right now and Baraboo. So some active weather in Wisconsin. We could have a few strong tornadoes. This area of risk does stretch all the way down into parts of northern Illinois and Chicago. We have had numerous tornado reports across the border here. It looks like some storms near New Richmond, Baldwin. These areas had some tornadoes on the ground, 4 to 5 miles. north of a house moving northeast. I should get out of the way so I could show you this, but the 3 tornado observations in and around Baldwin out there just across the border into Wisconsin. Numerous tornado and funnel cloud sightings. A funnel cloud sighting in the St. Cloud area. Paynesville, a tornado by a trained spotter reported with debris on the ground. And there were a number of tornado and funnel cloud sightings a little bit earlier as well out towards the Brainerd Lakes area and south. So we did have a number of those popping up today, and we did have some tornado warnings in and around Fergus Falls. For now, I think our tornado risk is rapidly diminishing. The spin, not quite as much here, and it's shifting off to the east as forecast. We've got a lot of rain in the forecast for the next 24 hours. I will have an update a little bit later, but I do want to remind you, coming up in 9 minutes, please take a minute, head over to hutchesweather.com or on my Facebook page or on my YouTube channel and meet this week's Hutch's Weather Kid. I'm excited to introduce you to Jake Steinlicht from Bennett Elementary School. He will be Hutch's Weather Kid this week. We're talking weather safety, oddly enough. Give these kids a big pat on the back, a big thank you. And you know what? If you have a student ages 8 to 18, head on over to Luther Family Ford to the showroom floor during normal business hours and say, Hutch sent me. Where do I sign up to be a weather kid? They'd be happy to help you. And I'd be happy to help you by logging in to hutchesweather.com. Head over, click on the Weather Kid link, and you can sign up right there. For now, strong thunderstorms, northwest Minnesota, Red Lake Falls, Thief River Falls, heading in the general direction of Marshall County and Warren. We do have another cluster of storms moving into northern Becker County now, north of Highway 10. Those storms have the threat of 60-mile-per-hour winds and some isolated hail up to about an inch in diameter. Right now, that's it for our area. The storms now are out of the Fargo area, and it looks to be quieter for the next little bit, which means Hutch can catch up on a little bit of information, and I'll be back here with more throughout the evening. You're watching Hutch's Weather. Thank you so very, very much for your input. It sounds like I might have another picture coming in, and before I leave, I'm going to see if it's anything exciting, because I like exciting, and I like sharing what you upload with all of us to share right here on Hutch's Weather. Let's take a look at the mean skies right now. Tiffany sharing an awesome photo. This is from White Earth headquarters. Let's go ahead and upload that and show you that. Tiffany, thank you for taking the time to upload your photos. As always, hutchesweather.com. Here it comes. Boom, shazam, that quick. Look at this. The lens flare, the sun making its way through the clouds, the cumulus towers, that's the rising pockets or bubbles of air. And there is the dark, dark skies, the dark, dark skies of those storms that are in the area. Right now in Fargo, if you look to the south, I was seeing some breaks in the clouds here and there. Thanks, Tiffany, for sharing your photo. For now, I'm meteorologist Hutch Johnson. If storms approach your area, particularly now in Becker County, southern Mahnomen County, as well as the Norman County area, you're under a severe thunderstorm warning. That's until, I think, 4:30, if I do remember right. It is until 4:30. Severe thunderstorm warning, northern Becker, southern parts of Mahnomen and Norman County, and all the way from Red Lake Falls and Thief River Falls right into northern Marshall County and extreme southern Roseau and extreme southern Kitson County. Severe thunderstorm warning, large hail, gusty winds, 60 miles per hour. Until next time, thanks to each and every one of you for your trust. Anything for Kitson County? Well, Tracy, the storms that are now working their way out of the central part of Marshall County will be pushing up into your general vicinity. Here's a quick peek at the radar so you can see what it is I'm talking about. That's not the radar. Oh, yeah, it is. Let's go full screen. Here you go. You see the blinking box here? That's southern Kitson County. This line of storms, severe thunderstorm warning, they're moving in your general direction because they're moving northeast at 40. Thank you, Tracy, for your question. Is there storms in Lake Park? Looks like I just got more information coming in faster than I can speak it.
The National Weather Service has issued a severe thunder.
Well, we got another severe thunderstorm warning for Mahnomen County, and that's until, well, I knew about that one. Is there a new one? Until 5:15. Let's go in and take a quick look. Mahnomen County. Oh. I don't see anything new for Mahnomen County yet. So, new thunderstorm warning for Mahnomen County. Till 5:15. This says it's in effect until 4:30. Maybe my map will update shortly, but essentially, yep, there it is. Folks, there is a brand new severe thunderstorm warning. It does include Fertile, it includes Foston, it includes Monoman, it includes Nadawash, it includes the southwestern reaches of Clearwater County. It's for this line of storms making its way to the north. This is in effect until 5:15. Again, Crookston, Erskine, Foston, Bagley, Fertile, Beltrami, all the way down towards Ada, Borup, and Monoman, down to Ulen. All of those areas have a chance for some of those gusty 60-mile-per-hour winds. It can't make its mind up around here. That's right. So any of these storms have the capability to cause some very gusty winds. Those winds will be coming at you from the south. Okay, the winds will be south or southeasterly, gusting to 60 miles per hour. Isolated places might see hail up to 1 inch in diameter. For any of these storm warnings you see flashing on your screen, including this little thunderstorm warning. Hey, Red Lake Falls, you're done. The storms are north of you. It's over, but it's now pushing into western parts of Pennington County here and out towards Warren. I believe those folks in Dorothy and St. Hilaire need to watch out for some strong thunderstorm activity in around the area. That's it. I'm meteorologist Hutch Johnson with this update. Mayville thunderstorm warning, thunderstorms rumbling northwood, Hatton. This line of storms will be scooting its way and scooting its wheels towards you. I'm going to look at the radar velocities. How fast are the winds moving towards Larimore right now? Hutch has an answer for you. Okay, so this little bubble of air is very close to the ground because it's close to the radar. This band of wind blowing away from Buxton, Hutch can look at it and get a very solid measurement. And these winds are 50 miles per hour. So up to 50 mile per hour gusts. Severe thunderstorms produce 58 mile per hour gusts and more. So this explains why it's not yet a warning. We do have some 50 mile per hour potential out of these storms presently. I'll keep you posted. As far as that goes, I'm meteorologist Hutch Johnson. I appreciate your trust in your weather information. Pass the word, would you? Let them know. Let your friends know Hutch is still here watching the skies for you. You can be a follower on Facebook by clicking the follow button, and it really does help. I've only got a couple hundred more to go, and we'll be at 62,000. So thank you. And I'm looking to grow the YouTube channel, and we're on our way to 10,000. So get your subscriptions pressed there. HutchesWeather.com anytime, anywhere. For now, I'm meteorologist Hutch Johnson. Thanks for watching.